Next contest, it is going to be Washington taking on the Bulls, 7 o'clock Chicago. We got ourselves a good old-fashioned pick'em contest in this one, total at 231.5. Now, we did see a 1-point fade of Washington in this one as they open up as the 1-point favorite. We also saw movement downward on the total as well. The Wizards open -1 down to a pick'em. Total open 232 down to 231 and a hook. Chicago banged up. We talked about this the other day. Porter, Dunn, Market, and Hutchinson. They are all listed as out for today's action. Valentine, Cornette, and Carter, they are listed as questionable. The Bulls lost their last 8 straight. They're also just 1-8 against the spread in their last 9. The Bulls rank in the bottom 5 in scoring, bottom 3 in offensive rebounding. They're just 11-18 straight up at home, and they've successfully covered the point spread in just 11 out of those 29 home games. Now, a couple more things to add about the Bulls. They're in the bottom 10 in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 10 in defensive field goal percentage as well. They're currently in 11th place in the East, 19-38 overall for the year. They're averaging just 104 points per contest in the friendly confines. Now, Washington on the other side, believe it or not, winners of 5 out of their last 8. They rank in the top 10 in scoring on average per game. They're also in the top 10 in offensive field goal percentage on the road. Bradley Beal, 29 points a game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Davis Bertans, 15 points a game, 5 rebounds for him. And Thomas Bryant, 13 points a game, 7 rebounds for this Washington squad. The Wizards rank in the top 5 in road scoring, top 10 in road offensive free throw percentage. They're averaging 116 points per contest when they travel this year. Conversely, Washington is 18-9 to the over on the road. Meanwhile, Chicago 8-2 to the over in their last 10. I'm going to lean Washington in the pick'em and the over 231.5 in that contest. Next game, Pelicans, Warriors, 8:30 Golden State. The Pels are -8.5, total 238. Money's on the Pelicans right now and the over. We saw movement toward New Orleans and the over. So once again, the Pels open as the 8-point favorite, up to -8.5. Total open 237.5, up to 238. Right now, Golden State's plus 360 on the money line. Golden State also losers of their last 5 straight. Draymond Green, he's out today. Chris is questionable. We're looking at a Golden State team who ranks in the bottom 3 in offensive field goal percentage, bottom 3 in defensive field goal percentage at home. This Golden State team currently has the worst record in the NBA at just 12-44 overall for this season. New Orleans, on the other side, winners of 4 out of their last 5. They're also 70% against the spread in their last 10. The Pels rank in the top 5 in scoring, top 5 in offensive rebounding. Brandon Ingram, 25 points a game, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Zion Williamson, 22 points a game, 7 boards for him. And Drew Holiday, 19 points a game, 7 assists. 2 steals for Drew Holiday. We're looking at a New Orleans team who ranks in the top 10 in road scoring, top 10 in road offensive rebounding. They're averaging 116 points per game. Now, 7 out of New Orleans' last 9 games did get over the total. New Orleans is also 18-10 to the over when they travel. Now, Golden State on the other side, they are 60% to the over in their last 10 themselves. I'm going to lean Pelicans -8.5 on the road and the over 238 in that game. Next and final matchup for the show, it is going to be Pistons, Blazers, 9 o'clock Portland. The Blazers are laying 4.5 at home, total at 225. We did see a 1-point fade of Portland and movement downward on the total. Money's on Detroit and the under right now. Portland open 5.5 down to -4.5. Total open 226 down to 225. Detroit is plus $1.65 for an outright win. And if you like Detroit to get an outright win in this spot here, just keep in mind they haven't done it in their last 5 straight. Currently on a 5-game skid. They rank the bottom 5 in scoring on average per game, bottom 3 in offensive rebounding. Detroit's currently in 12th place in the Eastern Conference at just 19-39 overall for the year, 20 games under 500. Now the Pistons are in the bottom 3 in defensive field goal percentage, bottom 10 in road scoring. They've had 27 road games this year. They've been victorious in just 8 of them. So conversely, that's going to put them at just 8-19 straight up when they travel. They're also just 10-17 against the spread in that same category. Now, Portland on the other side, I know they've struggled in certain spots this year, but Portland 60% against the spread in their last 10 themselves. They're also 15-12 straight up on their home court. Now, they are banged up. Lillard, Collins, Hood, Nurkic, they are all out. couple of those guys, they've been out indefinitely for a long time. Meanwhile, Hazonia, he's been downgraded to questionable. But having said that, Portland still has other really good role players. CJ McCollum, 21 points a game, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Big Hassan Whiteside, 16 points a game, 14 rebounds, and 3 blocks. Of course, Carmelo, 15 points a game, 7 rebounds for him. We're looking at a Portland squad who ranks in the top 10 in scoring on average per game, top 10 in shooting the 3 ball. They're averaging 117 points per contest at the Moda Center. So with all that said and done, I'm going to lean toward the home chalk in this one. Give me Portland minus 4.5 and the over 225 in that game. All right, guys, that's going to do it for me. Once again, don't forget to check me out on my Patreon website, where once again we improved to 8-1 in our last 9 NBA tier package picks yesterday on that website. We're also 11-3 in our last 14 college basketball tier package plays. And the good news is we have another college basketball tier package play going off today. We are looking to make it 12-3 in our last 15. Guys, we have over 1,100 members on that Patreon site. It's a lot of fun. We have a lot of great handicappers over there. So feel free to check me out on that site. Link for that website is in the description section below. Once again, that is patreon.com/BrockPage. But most importantly, guys, I got to thank you for joining me right here on YouTube. I really hope you enjoyed all this great free content, all this great free information. Happy Sunday to you. Best of luck to you. And I look forward to seeing you later on today on my website at patreon.com/BrockPage.